Hey, today we're going to be talking about AK's Sandy Desert. Don't go away. Hey everybody, it's Paul from Fat Guy Productions coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And today, much like we did a few videos ago when we talked about AK Interactive's Muddy Ground, today we're going to be talking about AK Interactive's Sandy Desert. Okay, now I haven't used this stuff. I haven't opened this stuff. Okay, first time me, first time you. Let's get right to it. Okay, so let me slide the mummy back a little bit so you can see inside here as we open this up. Take a look at it. Okay. So, there you have it. I don't know how it's going to come out. I really don't. We're going to have to put it on and see and cross our fingers, because right now it looks like a cross between that sand at the end of the beach or something like that. I don't know if this is going to dry like a flat finish or what. So we'll just have to see how it goes, okay? I'm going to try and use up what's on the lid here first. So let's go ahead and get the mummy back here into there. We got a brush. Now, I usually just buy these brushes. I bought this big pack of brushes right here from Hobby Lobby. Just like, this is $7 for all these different brushes. And I throw them away after I'm done using them because, frankly, I don't know if they're, I really don't know how to clean this stuff. So let's, I guess, start in the back, I guess. Let's start in the back. We have something is gooey. It's kind of poo-like. Okay, very poo-like. All right, so let's go. Okay, sorry about the vibrations here. I didn't realize that my stand is actually touching my work table and I'm wiggling you all over the place. And so, right now, it's going on a little differently than I guess I would have hoped. I don't know that that's a bad thing. From what I understand, you're supposed to kind of shape it with something soft a little later, in the process to make it smooth out so it doesn't look, God, I'm too contrived. So I don't know how this is going to come out. Frankly, I put a lot of work into this mummy model, so if it doesn't come out, I don't have a backup plan. So I'm really hoping this works out pretty good. So right now it's getting kind of clumpy. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so there you can see it now. You see what a mess this is. This stuff is not the neatest. I don't know why it did that to my brush. Look at how it ballooned up my brush. And that actually made it more difficult to apply. I'm going to cap that up now. All right, so now what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make a little dabber out of a little tissue, or not tissue, but a little bit of a paper towel. Maybe try it dry first. Yeah, I like that. That's working pretty good. softening. Can you see it? Okay, can you see the difference here? Right here? And right here? See these peaks and stuff? So I'll roll that up inside of it. Yeah, that's definitely making a difference. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. And then it smooths the transition around the base of objects. Now, let me get up in here around the bottom of the sarcophagus. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how this is going to dry, but it's starting to look pretty good, actually. I was a little bit worried. You know, it was going on a little tougher than the muddy ground went on. But after you just kind of get it blopped on, if you come at it with this, with just a little clump of towel, it's actually kind of smoothing it out to the terrain and giving it a much, you know, a look much more like you would expect sand to be. So this is actually working out pretty good. Let me get in here. I don't know why, but okay. Now, I don't know, maybe if I had, put this snake in here real quick. Maybe if I had, moistened the paper towel, that would be even better. Okay, there's the snake. I'll lift him out. And clean that sand off of him. Okay, so put that away. And then a little more dabbing. Wow, it's drying pretty quick. Yeah, it's drying pretty quick. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's still fresh. So, there's a lot to be decided yet here. But it definitely has a... Right now, it's got kind of a wet, sandy look. Which, you know, it's funny because I when I did the Death Dealer, I wanted it to look wetter, and it dried drier. And now it looks wet here, and I want it to dry wetter, drier. God, say that. Explain that to yourself. All right, well, okay. Okay, so there you have the application of AK Interactive's Terrains Sandy Desert Acrylic from their diorama series. It is a lot like the muddy ground, but I think it had some more issues sticking down at first. Applying it was a little more difficult. And because sand, muddy ground can be very textured and very chewed up, especially when you've got skeletons in it and the horses walking through it and stuff like that. Sand generally has a very smooth look to it. And getting that smooth look here was kind of difficult. So, school is still out on this. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work great. But we'll have to see what it looks like tomorrow. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually blot at it with a damp paper towel, because it is an acrylic, so it's not going to hurt it at all. I'm just going to see if I can smooth it down a little bit more, because, it's supposed to look like sand in the wind-blown Egyptian desert, so it's supposed to be a fairly smooth surface. Okay, and I'll actually let you see that. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Gotta be careful though. You're trying to shape this and give it a nice, smooth, sandy texture here. But you also don't want to take it off. I'm actually, this time I'm going to try it with a bigger piece of tissue. Much bigger. And see if that gives me a better... Oops. Pouring my water all over the place. Okay. All right. Okay, I have no options here except to wait and let it dry and see what I have. And then hopefully it'll look amazing. Right now, the jury's still out. I'm not sure about it yet. So we'll just have to see what we get. Okay, so through the magic of video, you're going to be back in a flash. I'm going to be gone for 24 hours, so I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right.
Nothing gave Buttercup as much as because they were around.
Boy, what is my next saddle? I want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish. As you wish was all we ever said.
Boy, fill these with water.
As you wish. That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying "as you wish," what he meant was, "I love you." And even more amazing was the day she realized she truly loved him back.
Come on, boy. See that picture?
Okay, so there you have it. AK Interactive's Sandy Desert. Now, what do I think? I think it's substantially harder to use than Muddy Ground. It seemed harder to get it to apply. The sandy grit in the mixture didn't seem to disperse evenly. There were some patches where it was really more color than sandy grit. There were some thin patches in my application and stuff like that. Now, in all fairness, that was probably more a result of my lack of, looking into it in advance, researching some of the application techniques, doing anything like that. It is probably more a measure of my failings than the products. In the end, the product looks great. When it dries nice and hard, just like Muddy Ground does. It looks like sand. It's a great product, but I think there is a steeper learning curve to using this and applying it and making it look the way you want it to, more so than Muddy Ground. So what I would suggest is if you're going to use one of AK's sand products, and they've got Sandy Desert, and they have another one, forgive me for not remembering the name, maybe I can put it down here. But if you're going to do that, I know that AK is really fabulous about putting out how-to videos with their products. So one, I would watch some of their how-to videos on using Sandy Desert, and two, I might make a test piece. Get a small, make it like a small diorama maybe. Get a little piece of foam about this big, carve it out, make it look like some sandy hills or a trail or whatever, and work on applying Sandy Desert until you get a look that you're happy with. Overall, I'm not dissatisfied. I'm attributing any failings to myself rather than the product. I think it is a great product, a lot easier than going out and digging up a bunch of sand and glue and doing all of those things. I think it's just a matter of a little bit of practice and a little bit of knowledge on the best way to apply it. And if you have that, I think it's going to be a great product. All right, I'm going to get out of here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, ask any questions, make any comments. As always, if I see a comment, I really do read them, and I try and at least say hello if you post a comment. Okay, this has been Paul from Fat Guy Productions. I'm going to get out of here today, so I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time, be good.